Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers, and Facebookers all across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk presented by Uneducated Network. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. And before we get started, let you guys know, I keep saying it and will continue to say it, that please subscribe to Uneducated Network. It will be coming out in the next few weeks. I don't know, a month or so, something like that. But when it does come out, it's going to be straight fire. And please be the early ones to subscribe so that you get all the good stuff when it does come out. I guarantee you guys will have a blast. We're putting on stuff little by little. My show, check out So You Think You Know Sports, hosted by Craig Turtle Jones. Check that out as well. We have us going on. We will eventually have a lot more people having their own shows on the network. We will actually come out, when it does show, we'll have an introductory video about what we're all doing, and I'll break down everything about what's going on that's part of the Uneducated Network, which is on YouTube. Check that channel out. So please, if you're a fan of Uneducated Sports Talk, then you'll be a fan of Uneducated Network. Your girlfriend be a fan, your wife be a fan, your sons, your kids, whatever, your whole entire family. So get them to subscribe to not only Uneducated Sports Talk, but also to Uneducated Network, so that we can have a blast and get it rolling, because you guys will have a fun time watching that. Now, that being said, whoo, but we want to talk football and we want to talk basketball. That is what we're going to do. Right now, I am continuing my top 100 recap of the NFL Network's top 100. We went through 100 through 91. Today we're going through 90 through 81. And then we got more free agency news going on. A lot of things that went down today, trade-wise and NBA-wise. So, with that being said, let's start off with the NFL top 100 recap. And right now we are at numbers 90 through 81. And to start off, number 90, good old Malcolm Jenkins, the safety / cornerback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, that is very sad for me because he was drafted by my team, the New Orleans Saints, and he performed somewhat, but it's funny how he wasn't on the list last year either, because he had a heck of a year last year and didn't crack the top 100. I was kind of in awe about that, but this year, I guess deservedly so, he's under now. And 90 is just about, pretty decent for him, but he's a hell of a player. He had some lights, in New Orleans, some good and some bad. But it's funny because there are some players that are just great in any system, and there are some players who are fit for a system or for personnel. Malcolm Jenkins didn't really have his best thing in New Orleans, but as soon as he touched down in Philadelphia, I mean, he looked like he was one of the best safeties in the game. So, shout out to Malcolm Jenkins. I really, really wish he would come back to New Orleans. Nah, not that bad. Not as much as Darren Sproles, I'll tell you that. That's what we really missed. But with that being said, number 90, and he's great for that team. He gives them a lot of energy. He is the man in the safety area, so he holds it down. That Philadelphia Eagles team they have a great defense. If their offense can somehow get on pace with their defense, watch out, because the NFC East is wide open. I don't care. No one says the Giants got better, Eagles got better, and the Cowboys got better. So you never know. At number 89, Thomas Davis, linebacker of the Carolina Panthers. This guy's story is amazing. So many ACL injuries, so many times he could have called it quit. Hell, I would have called it quit maybe after number 2. But I think he had like 3 or 4 ACL knee injuries, and you're like, I'm done. No, he kept going back. The NFL is his passion. Playing is his passion. I can only imagine when you have those kind of injuries and you got to, work out just to get it better, rehab it every day, and then you do it and re-injure it again, and you're like, not again, and you keep grinding. Well, Thomas Davis should be a role model to everyone out there. If you love something, continue to grind until you get it. And he has shown it, and he has been relatively healthy over the last 4 or 5 years now. And congrats to Thomas Davis. He is number 89 on the top 100 list, deservedly so, because he is a straight up beast. There's nothing really to say about him. He's a beast. Sitting next to Luke Kuechly, who makes everyone next to him look a little better, but at the same time, Thomas Davis holds his own weight. And so you like that about him. At number 88, we get Doug Baldwin, the wide receiver from the Seattle Seahawks. He is Russell Wilson's go-to guy, main guy, especially when he needs a big play. And Doug Baldwin is all about big play ability. He's not the biggest. He's not the fastest, but he's always there. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. That's Doug Baldwin. Look, I'm not always there, but guess what? When you need me, I'm going to be there for sure. And Doug Baldwin always has Russell Wilson's best interest, and he always has his back, and he is the key for that offense. When things are dead, Russell Wilson say, you know what, let me make a big play. Let me find number, what is his number, 80? Is it 88? I don't know. Doug Baldwin, though, he is 88 on the top 100 list. So if it's number 88, that's kind of cool. But I don't think it's number 88. It might be. We'll see. But Doug Baldwin is number 88. He makes the list. Number 87, Travis Frederick, the center from the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why he wasn't on this list last year. He's probably been the best center the last 2 years, to be honest. And of course, he anchors that whole entire offensive line, that great offensive line that Dallas actually has. They have a great offensive line that's anchored by the center, Travis Frederick. He just does all the little things you need. He is the smartest player on that line. Obviously, if you're the center, you have to be the smartest player at somewhat. You got to call all the plays and call all the protections and all that good stuff. So that being said, I think he's the best center. He's a little low on this list, to be honest. I thought he should have been somewhere in the 60s, 50s, somewhere in that range, because I think he is the best center in the game. So much love to Travis Frederick. Still do not like the Cowboys, so I can like him, but Cowboys overall, not about to happen. Number 86, Jurrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans, defensive tackle. He's been making plays since he's been drafted. I believe in 2011, I think he got drafted. Only problem is the Titans just suck. They just suck. And they were good on defense 3 years ago, and then lately they've been just absolutely horrific. And he's had better years than this year. It's just finally the NFL has caught up and realized that he's actually a decent, really, really good player. I'll say decent. He's a really good player. So hopefully, Tennessee can find pieces around him to help with their defense, because their defense is horrid and it's going to stay horrible for this year as well. But shout out to Jurrell Casey. He actually got on the top 100 list at number 86. Number 85, Chandler Jones, linebacker of the Cardinals. Let's be honest. I think last year, he was in 50s, I believe, for the top 100. And he had a better season this year than he had last year. But the only thing is, here it is. He plays for the Cardinals, who ain't winning. Last year, he played for the Patriots, who was winning. So you get more notoriety. I'm thinking to myself, you get more exposure when you play for the New England Patriots. Now he's number 85, and I think he had a better year statistically than he had last year. Now, of course, a few injuries, knickknacks he had kind of slowed him down for the season. But at the same time, he still did a hell of a job. So number 85 is Chandler Jones, and you would think that he's going to have another excellent year this year. Maybe Arizona comes out with a different kind of defensive mindset this year and make plays. So you never know. At number 84, get Mike Daniels, defensive tackle of the Packers. This is the guy that's been basically on the NFL Network show talking about everybody like he knows every single player. I don't get why they did that, why he's the spokesperson of the NFL Network Top 100. I don't know. But anyways, look at him. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Like he's not the best. I don't know really why he's on this list, to be honest with you. But he's okay. but he's a do-it-all defensive tackle. He's not good. He's not great at one thing, but he's good at just about every aspect, but not great at one thing. And that's what I guess the Packers need. So Mike Daniels, he's just, I don't know why he's a spokesperson. Like, he just knows every single player on the top 100. Maybe he does. Maybe he's just that well-rounded. I don't know. Calais Campbell, defensive tackle of the Jaguars. Here we go. He had a much better year than Mike Daniels. Much better year. And I believe he's a little bit too low on this list. I think he should go higher on the list. I think he's somewhere in the 60s, maybe 70s. But that being said, Calais Campbell is a beast for that young Jaguars defense. They're still trying to get that defensive line. I think that defense is pretty good, but it's almost like when you're a great offense, you got to be perfect if you have a bad defense. Well, they kind of had that mentality as a defense. They had, their offense is that horrible that they had to be perfect on defense. And on defense, you're not going to be perfect. It's tough to be perfect on defense. Sometimes you can get it clicking on offense, but on defense, if you miss one assignment, man, that's a 50-yard score, touchdown, something like that. So They had to be perfect, and they just could not hold up their end because the offense was so horrible. So, but Calais Campbell was the reason why that defense was at some times in the last 3 years now, since it's been in the league pretty much, they've been dominant at some times in some games. So hopefully with a new attack from Tom Coughlin, you want to run it down with Leonard Fournette a lot more now. Hopefully they're off the field a lot more than they're on the field. Let's say that, because they played a lot of time on defense. Number 82, the most recognizable name on this list, 90 through 81, Clay Matthews, the outside linebacker and 3-4 technician of the Green Bay Packers. Well, I was about to say Pittsburgh Steelers. Goodness gracious, I don't know. The Green Bay, I was thinking 3-4. That's probably why. But the Green Bay Packers linebacker Clay Matthews is number 82, and he only had like 9 starts this season. This list it's not really the best list, to be honest. It is by your peers, but there's a lot of respect to the old veterans who, do things like, say, like Adrian Peterson didn't even play last year, and he's still in the top 100, that kind of stuff. But Clay Matthews, only 9 games this season, and he was okay. I think he shouldn't have been in the list, in my opinion. But he's been on the list just about every year they've done this top 100 list. But this year, he kind of fell off very hard to me, and I thought that you could have added someone else and took him out the list. That's just me personally. Now, he did try to show up in the playoffs a little bit, but he just couldn't create pressure like you've seen him create in the past. And now Clay Matthews is pretty much a shell of himself. So if you're a Packers fan, enjoy him while you can, because he only has probably about a year left in the tank to really be somewhat dominant. And I think that he should have been outside the top 100, just in my opinion. But Clay Matthews is number 82. And at last, we finally get a quarterback. At number 81, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, Alex Smith. And it's funny because he might not be on the list at all next year because he might have his spot taken. You never know about Patrick Mahomes. But look, they are the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the best, what you call, game manager. Alex Smith is, when you say game manager, he is number 1 on game management. Everybody else is just like, please don't make a mistake. But Alex Smith, don't make a mistake, but at the same time, try and get greedy. Alex Smith is that guy, and I love the way Alex Smith plays. They're just one player away or one offensive player away from actually going to the Super Bowl. They have the team. I mean, they were that close from beating Pittsburgh last year to face New England in the in the AFC Championship game. So I'm very excited about this Kansas City team, and I've always been excited about this team. The last 2-3 years, I've always said they were a sleeper pick. I'm not going that far this year, but I would not be surprised if they are, representing the AFC in the championship or going to the AFC Championship game. So if they represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, hey, more power to you. But you got to beat the Patriots and you got to beat the Raiders, because the Raiders are my pick. My picks are usually gold. Not really. So that is the 90 through 81 in the top 100 list of the NFL Network's top 100 players. So 90, Malcolm Jenkins. 89, Thomas Davis. 88, Doug Baldwin. 87, Travis Frederick. 86, Gerald Casey. 85, Chandler Jones. 84, Mike Daniels. 83, Calais Campbell. 82, Clay Matthews. And 81, Alex Smith. Not so bad. When Alex Smith 81 last year, it's like the guy didn't get better, but he didn't get worse. He just stayed the same. Game manager. But on to more NBA news. But before we get to NBA news, I'm going to let you know that next episode we will talk about numbers 80 through 71 of the NFL Top 100. You know how this goes. You've seen the NFL Network do this plenty of times. Every Monday they had the top 10. I'm just a little late. Just a lot late, but I'm getting back in the NFL frenzy mode. There's not enough news going on right now, so I gotta do something to spark everyone's attention. But that being said, let's on to NBA news. And we had some, I'm not gonna call them blockbuster trades, but man, they were like below blockbuster trades. Ricky Rubio, he had a fantastic after All-Star break, which is basically the last 23, 25 games of the season. I mean, he damn near averaged a triple-double. I believe it's 16 points, 10 assists, and like 9 rebounds. He was like that good the last 20-something games. So, but at the same time, you're adding a Jimmy Butler, and now you want to go big or go home if you're Minnesota. So they are saying, guess what? Let's get rid of Ricky Rubio. I mean, he was charging, I believe he was making 14 mil a year for this year and for next year. So they get rid of that. Ricky Rubio is going to the Utah Jazz, which basically they're saying bye-bye to George Hill now. I like that move if you're the Jazz, because that kind of entices Gordon Hayward to stay, because you have a guy that's going to find you all the time because he is that good. I mean, there's only 3 players in league history right now to average 8 assists and 2 steals per game per season. And I mean 8 assists, 2 steals per year. And that's Chris Paul, and I believe I don't know, maybe Magic Johnson. I forgot who the other one was, but Chris Paul most recently. But with that being said, I mean, that's elite company. So the man can pass. The only problem is Ricky Rubio cannot stay healthy. He's only played in his 6 seasons, he's only played 70 games or more 3 times. So he can't stay healthy. But with that being said, when he is healthy, he is a game changer. He is going to Utah. They're trying to bait Gordon Hayward to stay in Utah, and that's a good move if you're a Utah fan. But Minnesota, they want to go out that direction. To get Jimmy Butler, you got Andrew Wiggins. So you don't need that much of a playmaker, because right now you have 2 ISO guys who are pretty good, and you have Karl Anthony Towns, who can score one-on-one against anybody. He can shoot the 3, and I mean, this is going to be a great team. So, but the reason why they let go of Ricky Rubio, because the point guard free agency is so big. You got Kyle Lowry, Derrick Rose. We'll find out. Big rumors about Derrick Rose meeting up with Tom Thibodeau. I'm pretty sure that will happen soon. The rumors will start. But you have Derrick Rose, who's, out there. You have Jeff Teague, who's out there. Yeah, you got some really good guys. I mean, even Patty Mills, who's a free agent right now, looking to be signed somewhere. So, Minnesota gets a first round 2018, which is basically, they said, top 14 lottery, pick. So it could be that could be something in the future for them as well. So not only they get rid of Ricky Rubio and they get Jimmy Butler, but now they also gain the first round pick for next year. So there you go. That was a steal. That trade that's still baffling to me. It was a steal for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They stole Jimmy Butler. That was amazing how they did that. But that being said, speaking of San Antonio and Patty Mills, we're going to talk about Andre Iguodala. He has just announced that he will be visiting the San Antonio Spurs. That is crazy. If I'm Andre Iguodala, you got your 2 championships. You're basically going to be the same person on a different team. Maybe, I don't know how much money that the Spurs are talking, but if I'm Andre, I'm just staying in Golden State or San Francisco or Oakland, wherever the hell they're going to be at next year. I'm staying there with my family. I'm like, you know what? I got nothing to lose. The worst case scenario is I get hurt. The worst case scenario is I'm still grinding. I got 2 championships. I'm making this money, living my life. But I don't know what it is, because he hasn't gave the Warriors indication that he's coming to talk to them anytime soon. But he let the Spurs know I'm going. Now, hey, he wants to go to San Antonio, be my guest, go to San Antonio, do what you got to do. And if he goes there, San Antonio, right back at it again every single year. They just keep reloading. They're trying to keep up with the Warriors. So we will find out where Andre Iguodala will be headed to. But I kind of lean on that he might not be going to Golden State. People are so worried about we need to add pieces of our own, when you should be taking pieces away from Golden State. So if you take Andre Iguodala away, then somehow take Sean Livingston away, well, now here you go. Now you're kind of taking a little chink of their armors off that can make Golden State more vulnerable to you. So just take them away. More money. Gives you help. So that'd be very interesting to see where Andre Iguodala does wind up. But I believe all in all, when it's all said and done, you got to stay with Golden State, right? Got to. I would think that. Other news, NBA, Bulls do waive Rajon Rondo. They're just like, we're rebuilding. F that. We're rebuilding. No more playing games. Let's get rid of Jim Butler. We got rid of Rondo now. Dwayne Wade, don't be so comfortable, because you might get the boot too. But they still owe Rondo like $3 million. But besides that, they're getting rid of everybody. They're starting over. Straight rebuild, rehaul, and I like that. Teams, I like when teams say, forget it, let's just rebuild. I like that, because you don't want to be that team. Philadelphia was the first to actually say it out loud. We don't want to be that team that's in the 4th and 5th seed every single year, not going nowhere. We want to be that team that's in the 1st, 2nd seed every year, has a chance to compete for a championship. That's why Philadelphia stunk the joint up for about 4 years. And now here you go. Everyone's talking about Philadelphia now. All of a sudden, 4 years later, it's like, wow, that wasn't such a bad idea in the first place, right? So if you're the Bulls fan, you're like, you know what? Break it down. Let's start over. We could draft picks. We could be sorry as hell this year. Maybe get a, top 3, 4, 5 pick. You never know. And then things will change after that. And then Washington Wizards, they do offer John Wall the max deal for him. I believe it's 4 years, $170 million. Will he take it? The plot thickens. We don't know. John Wall still has a year left on his contract. He's going to play it out, and I think he will take it. Washington's just one player away as well from doing some damage in the East. So you never know. Like, subscribe, comment. Check me out on Facebook. My name is Carlos Clayton. I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana, if that helps. Check me out on Twitter at Carlos Clayton _. I repeat, at Carlos Clayton _ So, let me know how you feel about Ricky Rubio going to the Jazz. That's a good pick. Is Andre Iguodala going to stay a Warriors, or would he join the Spurs? Let me know how you feel about that. And the Bulls, I don't even want to talk about the Bulls. What am I talking about the Bulls? The Bulls, do you applaud them for going that route, the trust the process route? Let me know your comments on that, man. So check out Uneducated Network. Just subscribe to it right now, which is 2 shows on there. My show, Uneducated Sports Talk, and Chris Jones Show, Craig Jones Show, aka Turtle, his show, So You Think You Know Sports. Check that out as well. Got some good stuff going on. Good NBA, good football talk, all of the above. And we'll have plenty of shows going out little by little. Then all of a sudden, man, in a month or so, I have a big just explosion of shows going on, and they're going to be very entertaining. So, subscribe to Uneducated Network. Subscribe to Uneducated Sports Talk as well. And next episode, hopefully we have more NBA free agency talk, and we'll definitely give our top 10, not top 10, but numbers 80 through 71 of the top 100 NFL network players list, whatever you want to call it, man. So, I'm down for it. So, this is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and as always, sports fans, till next time, stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace.